Today I want to review Formula Rossa, the world's fastest roller coaster. Formula Rossa is located in Ferrari World in Abu Dhabi, which is just an hour south of Dubai. And a park themed to Ferraris couldn't have a more fitting signature attraction. Formula Rossa had been on my bucket list ever since the ride was announced, and it did not disappoint. Formula Rossa actually starts indoors and blasts riders at speeds of almost 150 miles per hour straight into the desert. And because of that insane top speed, protective eyewear is mandatory. I repeat, this ride is so fast, goggles are required. It's worth noting the goggles fit comfortably over regular glasses, so if you're visually impaired like myself, you can still take in all the sights of the ride. I want to compare Formula Rossa to a ride back home I'm quite fond of, Millennium Force. If you love Millennium Force, you'll love Formula Rossa. If you think Millennium Force is overrated, you'll think Formula Rossa is overrated. Formula Rossa is basically Millennium Force, except instead of an awesome first drop, you have a launch comparable to Top Thrill Dragster. Which to me, sounds like a pretty awesome ride. I say comparable to Top Thrill Dragster, since Formula Rossa's launch is a bit different than the other hydraulic launch coasters. Whereas the initial kicks on the other hydraulic launch coasters are exceptional, Formula Rossa's was merely good. What makes Formula Rossa special is the fact there's this second kick halfway down the launch track that takes it into overdrive. This second kick is what makes Formula Rossa's launch one of the best in the world. Just look at what it did to my hair. One of the biggest criticisms of Formula Rossa is the fact there's a trim brake immediately after the launch. Yes, it slows you down, but it slows you down to about the speed of Millennium Force, which, newsflash, that's still ridiculously fast. The hill immediately following the trim still delivers some wonderful and sustained floater airtime. It's probably the best moment of airtime on the entire ride. The first half of the ride is basically a bowl section with several low-to-the-ground turns and S-hills with some floater airtime. These elements are fairly drawn out, so you probably aren't going to gray out. The finale consists of back-to-back-to-back bunny hills. One of these bunny hills actually gives the ride's lone moment of ejector airtime. The other hills offer more floater airtime like the rest of the ride. But there was one thing that was for sure. Every time Formula Rossa hit the brakes, I was speechless. I was in awe at the ride's speed. I can't emphasize this next point enough. Make sure you wait for the front row. Formula Rossa has a dedicated front row queue, and you'll probably have to wait an extra 3 to 4 cycles, but it is absolutely worth the wait. I'd even go as far as to say the back row has slightly stronger airtime, but you need to be in the front to get that full sense of speed. It felt like a crime to deprive myself the experience of being power blasted in the face by the Dubai desert. Plus, you are so exposed by the restraints. It is just a simple T-bar. So what do I rank Formula Rossa? I rank it a 9.5 out of 10. To have a launch that powerful, paired with a complete ride, is truly a special experience. Formula Rossa is powerful and exhilarating, while simultaneously providing a smooth and graceful ride. Not only is Formula Rossa the best ride in the UAE, but it's also one of my favorite steel coasters in the world. It just narrowly misses my top 20 steel coasters, and it ranks ahead of other notable launch coasters like Maverick, Tehran, and iSpeed. And that about wraps up my review of Formula Rossa at Ferrari World. If you too have been on Formula Rossa, I'd love to hear about your experience below. And if there's anything I didn't cover in this review, please comment below and I'll do my best to answer it. Thank you.